Hello, people. It's your boy Usmaan back again with another video. This one is Manchester United transfer news, in particular, talking about any of the rumors. In this show, we are going to dissect the rumors, and also we're going to put a neck out on the line here. I want you guys to do in the comment section as well. We're going to rate from 1 to 10, depending on how valid, or I don't know what's the word, if there's any truth into the rumors, basically. 10 being it's definitely going to happen. 1, it's just complete bullshit rumor, basically. As always, drop a like, subscribe. We're on the road to 500, and I have put the social media platforms for both the boy. But no, I haven't for Jem, because Jem's just messaged me now, but I will shortly put Jem's Twitter handle in there. Jem, do you want to tell us what it is now? Obviously, for those that are listening.
It's I don't really remember. I think it's Jem Bafo.
I don't have to pronounce it. Is it Bafo?
It's Jem Bafo.
Yeah.
Jem
Oh, okay.
Bafo.
Okay. Right. So it's BAFFOURJEM, and obviously, like I always mentioned, Kojo's details are there. His Twitter and his podcast details. How many times I mentioned it? If you're not liked his podcast, what are you playing at? Honest to God, not happy.
Exactly. Tune in, man.
Yes. Tune in. Anyways, let's get on to this. There's quite a lot to cover, and like I said, we're gonna put next out on the line. Right, boys. First and foremost, how are we doing?
I'm good.
I'm doing great, man. Doing great.
Yes.
Been a good day. Went to some coaching. Came home.
Yes,
My nephews are over, so we got some pizza. Ate the pizza, and now I'm here. So
you love to see it, man. He's not called Coach Kojo for the banter. He knows his stuff, you know. If you haven't checked the podcast when he's talking about his team and how he brought him from 6th to 3rd, check it out. Inspirational. Man had tears in his eyes. This one's called Kojo Lindelof for ice in your veins, man. You love to see it. Okay, let's get into it. Okay, right. Shall I start with the most obvious one? In fact, no, let's start with one that has just come out of nowhere, basically, for me personally. I'm sure most of United fans have seen it. Jimenez to Man United. I don't know if you've seen it or not. It's just, I feel like he's just come over in the last 2 hours. And let's just talk about the player first, and then we'll go and give them a rating. So I think that's the best way to do it. You guys do the same. Tell us if we should go for the player, and then obviously give your ratings. All right, Kojo, we'll start with you. Obviously, talk about, we know what Jimenez is good at, but, go on, enlighten us.
Oh, well, Jimenez. He's come to Wolves, been here 2nd season now, and he's been scoring a lot of goals for them. I have to give him credit. I think his goal return is fantastic. He's helped propel them to 7th. I would say he is their key player, just above Ruben Neves. Yeah. So he's a good, strong striker, good at hold up, also good at getting behind, comfortable finisher, good in the air. Has an eye for a pass as well, and his off-the-ball movement is quite good as well. To be fair to him, for his credit.
27 million. Is that how much Wolves paid for him? Or?
No. They want 60 million.
Apparently, apparently that's how much we're gonna pay for him if that rumors are true.
We ain't paying.
What is that? I'm assuming that's a release clause, isn't it? That's only other explanation for that. Is it release clause?
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. Let us know if it is a release clause, because surely that can't be the actual price. Obviously, as Kojo said, quality player. We know a lot about Jimenez. We don't need to go into too much detail. But Jem, what I want you to tell me is what are your thoughts regarding the rumor? Because, like I said, it's only come to fruition in the last hour or so.
What I can say is I know somewhere around January, or even up to last month, he was on the United's list of strikers that they wanted to sign.
Okay.
So I'm not surprised, but I think it might not happen because of the amount involved, because I think Wolves will be wanting somewhere around 60 to 70 million, which Manchester are not paying for a 29-year-old. No.
Do you even think we need him, Jem?
Yes, I think we do need a striker, because Igalo will be going, and not to be in a haste or in a rush to get somebody in January. It's better to get a deal now, to get somebody in place, and the person gets adjusted to the way we play before January, when Igalo leaves. Then you go and look for somebody else. So I think if you are able to get a good price for him at this time, is good. But the 70-60, Manchester will not pay. The United they will not pay.
To be honest, hypothetically speaking, if you were to get Jimenez, I just don't see what the point of keeping Igalo would have been. But anyways, let's talk about let's talk about the validity, because obviously we've got a lot of people to go through, so I don't want to dwell on Jimenez too much. I'll start. I think it's complete and utter bullshit. So I'm going to say it's 1 out of 10 of it happening, because I don't know where that price go. Obviously, I've not done too much research on it, but they're not going to sell Jimenez to us. Oh, he may want to come, but if we are going to have to buy him, it's going to be flat 60 to 80 million. And where's that money come from? Kojo, what do you reckon out of 10?
I'm going to give you a 5 out of 10, you know.
Right,
because
okay.
the two Portuguese, I guess, I don't know, tabloids or whatever that are bringing up this news, they do have good links with Portuguese transfers, and we do know Wolves have this sort of Portuguese connection thing going on, because they're really going to sign someone from Braga, apparently. I don't know if that's to add to...
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, 30 million, wasn't it?
Yeah, so there could be some validity to it. I don't want him, but it could happen. I'm not going to lie. Don't know. We'll see.
Okay, I'm just putting the comments from Benji and Vas arguing in the comment section, because it's making me laugh, to be quite honest with you. Okay, so obviously Kojo's gone for a 5. Jem, what are you going for?
6.
6? Wow, you guys a bit more. I literally went for 1. I don't think there's any truth.
Like I hope there's no truth to it.
I think it's.
I know he's on United's list of strikers they want. So
yeah, but
if
okay,
the price
possibly
is okay, just the price would be the issue. If they can get him around 40, 30, United will do a deal.
Interesting. Okay, so I've gone for 1. The guys have gone for 5 and 6. Let us know what you lot think. Okay, let's move on to the next rumor. No, I'm just gonna get straight into it. Jadon Sancho. A lot of speculation in the nose. Obviously, it's not me taking a shot at anyone. Obviously, if the shoe fits, the shoe fits, isn't it? Yeah, so a lot of people saying 60 million are potentially agreed. Some people are saying 80 million, add-ons to 120. Everyone's saying different things. People are just putting it down in it. But there is a lot of sort of speculation surrounding Jadon Sancho, as we know, and the title of this video will be Jadon Sancho and Grealish close to the deal, obviously, question mark. Kojo, we'll come to you. We don't need to talk about the player, talk about the room itself, and obviously where you stand in terms of, do you think we'll get him or not?
I think that's on its way to being done. I don't think personal terms will be an issue. I think the contract will be easy. And I think he wants to come. I think the fact that people would like to say Champions League was not a factor, it's a factor. Whether we like it or not, it's a factor. You can't. It's not easy to keep attracting players that already are in the Champions League to go and attempt to come play in the Europa League. So, I think the deal will be done probably by mid-August, if I'm being honest. It's still a big deal, but I think we're on the way to getting that deal done.
So what are you giving out of 10?
I'll give it an 8.
Damn. Okay,
Yeah.
so Kojo's very confident.
9 even.
9. Oof. Okay, so 9 in terms of you think it'll be done. Obviously, I agree in terms of the rumor. There's definitely truth behind it. Jem, what do you reckon for Sancho? How confident are you?
I'll give it a 10 out of 10.
Oh yeah, you've got don't you know Sancho's family members? You texted them and all that.
I live next door to him. They're boys.
Yeah, that's the one.
I was speaking to him.
He's in your neck of the woods, to be fair.
Hey, what's going on there?
Jem, what's happened to your lighting? And he's got a pencil in his hand. What's going on for you?
Oh, he's telling someone off.
Oh, right, okay. Well, Jem, this might be my favorite clip on the whole show ever. Clip it. Jem, lighting. What's happened?
There we go.
Hey,
Sorry.
he's back. So good.
Like I said, the 10 out of 10, because I know United wants him, and he also wants to come back to England. So I think right now, because if you listen to what the CEO, the director of football at Dortmund is saying, it's like a deal can happen. So I believe that it will happen. It's just a matter of things, because I saw Samuel Peck. He tweeted some time ago, like just a few minutes ago, about this. The deal is not imminent. Just that there's some few things. It means that it's about to be done. As long as those people, United start leaking to those people, means that the deal is about to be done. So I think Samuel Stone to tweet. I've not seen the tweet yet, but I think within the next 4, I'm sure by August he should be our player. The first week in August. Sancho.
Right, in August. Okay, that makes total sense. To be fair, Jim, I thought you had that pencil in your hand, because behind the camera, you were getting Jadon Sancho to sign the contract as we speak. I do agree with the boys. I think most United fans do think it's inevitable. I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm not going to set the fence. I'm going to go 9 out of 10 as well. Right, okay, let's move on to some other. Ben just put I'm excited. LOL. I can't imagine you being excited, Benji, ever. But I'll believe it when I see it, mate. I'll believe it when I see it. Right, okay, let's move on to a couple of other defenders that will be linked with us. Gentlemen, come to you first and foremost. I know you know a lot about this player. Gabriel, I don't know how to pronounce his name, from Lille, the defender. Do you want to give us a bit of insight on him and then obviously tell us on the likelihood of it happening?
He's the type of player that United really will fit into the way we wants to play. He's left-footed. He's strong in the air. He's also good on the he's a good passer of the ball as well. He can play the ball from the back as we want to do now. And he has, I think, his buyout clause. He doesn't have a buyout clause, but the fee is not that high. It's somewhere around
20 million from what I've
20
seen.
million. So it's a cheap deal to do. But just that, I think initially it was supposed to go to Napoli. But I don't know because it was Napoli that wanted him. Napoli wanted him and Victor Osimhen, the Nigerian international. So they wanted both of them. So I think United just went to do an inquiry on him to find out how much he will cost. United have not really sent a bid yet, so I will rate it somewhere maybe 5 over 10.
Okay, so not as common.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Okay, fair enough. Like I said, I've not seen a lot of him, so I'm not going to claim. I've seen like 2 minutes on YouTube, and it looks like Mike's morning. But that's just me. Like I said, I've not seen him week in, week out. Benji's put, we need Declan Rice. Obviously, we'll talk about that another time. Kojo. Okay, so he's gone for a 5 out of 10. What do you reckon?
I'll give it a 3. But we've only been told that we've looked at him. I don't know what looking at him means for Man United. Because
looking FC or money?
Yeah, just looking. We're literally Pepe in the transfer market. So I don't know how much credit there is towards him, but I would like him. I'll be honest, I would like him. I think he would fit perfectly. I still have questions about his defending, but then how many defenders are there that I question every day? Pretty much all of them. So there you go. Bring him to the club if it is true.
Okay, fair enough. Again, I'm not going to lie, I don't know much about him. Regarding the rumours, I've not seen a credible source. I might be wrong again. But I'm just going to say 3. I just think it's just one of those things that might not link to every single player. Another centre-back that we have been linked to is the one from Villarreal. I believe it's Torres. Again, if I'm not mistaken. I've seen a bit more of him, to be fair. But again, not a substantial amount. However, Kojo, I know you've seen quite a bit about him. So what are your thoughts on him as a player and the likelihood of it happening?
He's another ball-playing centre-back. He hasn't got the range that Gabriel has, but his game's a lot more simpler, and he knows how to find the shorter passes better. In terms of his defensive acumen, he's a decent tackler. He is decent in the air as well. He's got a good leap on him. He's not the strongest, but he's not someone that lacks balance either. So it's not easy rather to knock him off the ball. It's quite difficult to do so. And his reading of the game is really good. I think that's very important. That's something I criticize one of our centre backs for. I don't have to go into that. No, not Uncle Lindelof. That's my king. But yeah, no, he wouldn't be a bad addition at all, to be honest.
So is he not better? Would you say he's better than what we've got currently?
That's the question. I don't think so. That's the problem. I don't think so. Like, I think he would be more agile than Maguire, for example. And he's quicker.
It's not hard, is it?
Oh well, yeah. Okay, that's not difficult. But, and he is quicker than Lindelof. So like he kind of sorts out one problem we have with each player. But whether he's better as a defender overall, I don't see it. So he would be a good option to have as another player there, and he has better quality than your Smalling, your Jones, Rowe, Bailly. But as a starter, not for me.
Okay, what you said out of 10 then in terms of validity or the likelihood of it happening?
Oh, of it happening? 1.
Oh wow. Okay, all of that. Jam, have you got anything to add? Have you got anything to add to that?
No. He rightly described how the player is. The way I also see it, but it's happening. I'll go for 3. 1 is too low.
Okay, interesting.
Because I have a problem. You see, the media comes out with his buyout clause that is, some say it's 45 million, but I know his buyout clause is more than 45 million. Some around 65 or something. Because you know these Spanish teams, their buyout clause are very very high, not low.
What I wouldn't want to happen is what happened with Chelsea and Kepa, because Kepa was going to go to Real Madrid for 20 million. Didn't happen. Gave him a contract, 72 million. They went to go and pay it. I don't want any sort of wahala like that. If you're going to buy him, just do it now.
Man. This is my problem, isn't it? Obviously, we're going to be doing regular transfer shows. We're going to go through as much transfer. We might do the same ones in next week, because obviously certain things change. But just regarding these transfers, this one and the Gabriel one, I just think everyone knows we need a centre back. And we just get linked to any centre back that's left-footed. Like I feel like, I know they're both left-footed. They've got that in common. Obviously, they're a bit pacey. They've got on the feet. I've seen it, like I've only seen clips of Gabriel on YouTube, but it does like he's got a bit of pace about him, and he's got ability to carry the ball. But the Torres lad, he looks all right, to be fair, on the ball. He's got a decent diag, etc. Again, I've only seen YouTube, so don't judge me too much. But regarding the Valencia, I just think it's one of those situations we're going to be linked to every single player under the sun. So for me, I'm going to say 2, because I've not seen one. Again, I've not seen anyone credible link us to these players. They're just these random accounts that pop out of nowhere.
But with the Gabriel issue, I think it was from they have this French channel. They call it RMC. They are quite credible.
Oh, RMC,
that's why I saw it. Is this Mustafi? It's called Mustafi or something.
Let me ask.
Bufasi guy.
I think Mufasi or something. That's what I saw initially. All
right, let me ask you just quickly before we move on to the midfield position. If you were to only choose one, because I don't think we'll get both, which one are you taking? Jem, will come to you first.
I'll take Torres.
Okay, Kojo, who are you taking?
I'm taking Gabriel.
He's cheaper. Gabriel is cheaper, and I think we can improve him. He can improve.
Right, I've not seen a lot of either, so I'm just gonna say up on my car and I'll take it. Right. I've cheated. I know I've cheated. Allow me. Right. Okay. Let's move on to the midfield position. Another role in particular that we need desperately. I can't even speak. We'll start with the other person's name on the title of the video, which is, of course, Jack Grealish. A lot of different stories coming out against him. It seems like he might potentially be priced out by Aston Villa. As we know, they stayed in the Premier League, which means his price tag is considerably higher than it would have been if he was to get relegated. Obviously he's not. Well, I would expect him not to force a move out. We don't know in this day and age of football. But Kojo, we'll come to you firstly. We don't need to talk about the player. We know about his ability. But what do you think in terms of, do we need him? Do you think it'll be a good addition? And do you think it's likely that we could potentially get him? And apparently, the price quoted is 18 million.
80 million pounds sterling. Yeah. Yeah. We better look somewhere else. I'm not doing 80 million pound again for another British. Well, actually, that being said, we're getting Sancho in it. No, honestly, he would be a good addition to our team. He really would. We know about the guy already. I don't have to go into detail about what he offers. But in terms of how credible, because of the fee, because I think it is credible that Villa would ask for that because they have stayed up and they will want to get maximum profit for a player that is the key man in their team. So, as for it happening, as for a score, I'm going to go 4. I don't think it's going to happen. But
Which you don't think it's going to happen? What you going for out of 10 then?
4.
All right. Would you take him? Obviously, you said that you don't think it'll happen, but would you take him though, Kojo?
Yeah, I would, even though I would actually prefer Van der Beek and what's the guy's name? Thiago. I don't care if he's 29 years old. £30 million for that quality. You drop him. I'll drop him at my house. I'll take him personally to Old Trafford for you. That's how good he is. So yeah.
Thiago is a baller. He was the person I was going to mention after. But Jem, we'll come to you before we go to Thiago. Jem looks very comfortable. Drop a like if you're as comfortable as Jem right now. We'd love to see it. Jem, Right, Jem, what do you reckon regarding Grealish? Would you want him? Do you think it's going to happen? Or do you think he's not making money?
Grealish. If it was before Corona, I would have said that I would give it 8 out of 10
Oh, wow. Okay.
because then United wanted to sign him in January. Villa didn't want to sell, so United had an agreement with Villa, somewhere around 60 million that they would say that when Corona happened, then still they were going to sell, but because FFP they've loosened the rules on FFP. Now Villa have money, so they don't need money. So that's why they've come out with 80 million. So if Jack Grealish does not really force the deal, United will not do it.
So what do you reckon?
I will go 5/10. I'll be 50-50. It can happen. It might happen, might not happen. 50.
So basically, start the fence. Okay, that's cool.
I'm on the fence. Yeah, this one.
I agree with what you're saying. In terms of, I think Ross put United Way put comments in. If it's 40-50 million, he'd take him for squad depth. And I would agree with that if it was that money. I do think we need him. I've got to be honest. I just think Aston Villa are going to price him out, and we're not going to be able to agree a price for him, which is a shame because he would have been a quality addition. Because obviously he can play left wing as well if Rashford's having a stinker or if Rashford's not fit, or you could just shuffle the back, can't you? Because he plays anywhere really amongst the front three. But I do agree with Kojo. I don't think it'll happen. It's going to cost too much. So I'm going to stay a 4. Again, obviously these things can change during the week. Spiders will go for a 4 for now. Right, Kojo's already mentioned him. Thiago Alcantara, 30 million. For me personally, and I said this on yesterday's podcast, if you haven't seen it, check that out. I put him in the top 5 best midfielders in the world, like centre midfielders. I just think his technical ability is absolutely outstanding. Yes, he's 29. Yes, he's injury prone. First and foremost, Kojo, do you want him? And then obviously, do you think it's likely to happen?
I absolutely want him. I understand he's injury prone, but that's what we're talking about, building depth, right? We have quality in abundance. So he doesn't have to play every game. That means you get to look after him a bit better. That's why you get to train him a bit more, you know. So I would take him in a heartbeat. But do I think it will happen? This is Manchester United. Absolutely not. So I because I'm hopeful that they will look that way, I'm going to give it a 3. If I took my hope away, I would probably go into the minuses. But I know you want it from 1 to 10, so I'm going to go for 3. I'm going to keep it there.
Right. Okay. We've got a deal here just to potentially sweeten buy-in from the United way. Send Pereira all the way. So I'll buy in if you're watching this. You know, if you do watch this at any point, you know, straight swap. We don't mind. You know, you can pay the extra 5 million if you're feeling generous. I think that's a fair deal. So you've gone for what, 3 out of 10, or you've gone lower? Okay. Jem, obviously we know the ability that the man possesses. Obviously, first and foremost, before you say if we can get him, where do you think he fits in, hypothetically speaking, if we were to sign him?
That's the problem I've been thinking about. Because if you want to play him instead of Matic, his defensive ability is not really that good in defending. So that's my only issue, because if we are going to play him, we have to play him together with Bruno and Pogba. Mm-hmm. And for him to play that Matip role, that's my problem. He can I was about to say,
I personally think he can play there, and I think I've seen him play there as well.
Yeah, he can. But the Premiership, that's why I'm skeptical about buying players who are not, let's say, because the Premier. That's why, like somebody like Partey, I'm always worried about his adaptability to the Premier. Even when this guy came, Rodri came from Atletico Madrid. He was finding it difficult to play.
Yeah.
So that's my only issue about. But I think he can play as the DM. So no, not. But he can be like, let's say, a register, like the way Barcelona used to have Xavi. He controls the game like that for us. Yeah. He can. Thiago can control, because that's what Oli wants. Oli wants somebody who can control the game, because it's not only about counter, but you control the game. If you listen to what Oli has been saying for some time now, it's like you are able to dominate and control the game. So if you want somebody to control, it's Thiago that we should go for. Yes, I think it's Thiago, but just that I'm sure he wants to go to Liverpool.
What would you say out of 10 then? What do you reckon?
I'll go for 4.
Okay, interesting. Look, I hear your point regarding your reservations, but for me personally, a midfield of Bruno, Thiago, and Pogba, that control, mate,
That's
all three.
scintillating, yeah?
That is
Scintillating.
that. I almost think it's illegal. It's that good.
Oh,
It's that,
it's like a creativity overdose. You just
mate.
Yeah.
It's just
creativity pills.
it's the maddest. It's like when someone brings you food, right? You're not hungry at all, yeah, but you're like, no, what, the food just looks so good. I'm just gonna eat it anyways. It's one of them ones, man. It's just come on, man. Thiago, what an absolute baller! Like I said, one of the best five in the world for me personally in terms of technical ability. Likelihood of it happening, I'm gonna say one. I don't think there's any chance we're gonna get him. Reason being is because it was used too much intelligence to sign someone like this, and our board doesn't know the meaning of intelligence and
Oh,
savviness. And on top of that, Bayern Munich would say, yeah, you can have him for 30 million, and Edward would be like, no, I want to pay 40 million for him. And he'd just haggle the price until whatever he pays a stupid amount. But anyways, let's move on from Kim. I want to talk about two players that are potentially on the way out, and then we'll wrap up the video. Let us know what you think in terms of the likelihood of any of the players that we've discussed. We'll talk about Van der Beek in the next show. Obviously, we'll see if there's any more interesting. Him, at the moment, I'm a bit 50-50 on him. Right. First and foremost, Alexis Sanchez. The boys are smiling straight away. Right, there is a lot of speculation that Inter Milan are trying to sign him. Again, if you want him, you can buy one, get one free. Take Pereira, it's all good. You maybe take Phil Jones. I don't know, any other deadwood that you want from us. By all means, you're welcome to it. But yeah, Sanchez, he's been fantastic form. After the lockdown, the sort of obstacle that we need to overcome is his wages, it seems, in terms of the discussion that that might knock our sort of price down in terms of how much we sell him for. Jen, we'll come to you to start first and foremost. What are your thoughts on Sanchez potentially leaving? Are you happy with that decision from Oli and the board? Do you want him to stay? And what are your thoughts on terms of likelihood of it happening?
I'm overexcited. Actually, he's like an idol now in the club. So get him sold. I'm very happy. I think Inter, these Italians, they are smart. They just want to pay peanuts.
Yeah,
even if we have an agreement with them, because somebody like what's his name, Smalling, they're going to pay and the installments is like 4 million, 2 million, 3 million, and that's what they want. Virtually now, I think what I read was that what's his name, Alexis Sanchez has agreed to reduce his wages, so it's now up to United to find an agreement with them, and I think United wants something around 70 million euros or something roughly.
I still think that's cheap. I'm not gonna lie. I know obviously in terms of for us, we just want to get rid of him because of his wage and the detriment that is to the structure. So that's the bigger picture for us. But in terms, if you actually look at it, like what Thiago's going for 30 million. Okay, granted Thiago's a better player, but Thiago's massively injury prone as well. I think he's only got a year left on his contract or something. A lot of people are interested in signing him still, obviously, because of his quality. Sanchez, to be fair to him, is playing fantastic at the moment. It's a slow league from in Italy. Let's be real, he's going to be fantastic. He's going to continue to only get better. He's like most players that play in the attacking third, they thrive off confidence. Imagine the confidence Sanchez with Eriksen behind him. Come on, they're going to get a lot, good money, good value for money off him. So I think they're trying to rip us off. To be honest.
Yeah, I think that's the advantage for United now because he's performing. So you have to pay. You have to pay what we are asking for, and I think United is not ready to also budge to reduce the what they want. Like the same for Smalling. United wants this is the amount we want. So if you can't pay, then just forget it because I'm sure United will get somebody to buy Alexis Sanchez.
I'm not sure, I'll be honest with you. Shivam's put get rid of Sanchez, 400k a week, 15 million in the bank. He's also put I would take a packet of peanuts for Sanchez, but get the transfer fee. We save 400k a week. Kojo, Jem, before I leave, obviously, what's your rating out of 10 in terms of likelihood of it happening?
8.
Okay, so very confident. Kojo, again, same question to you. Is it just a matter of getting rid of him, with all due respect to the guy?
Yeah, it is. It's not an easy deal to do, though, because of that 400k we're giving him a week. That's a big problem. I don't think, obviously, Inter will give him that much, whether he's willing to take a pay cut, or if they say he wants to get that contract, but we have to help pay a bit of the wage towards the end of his original contract. One way or another, we got to get him the hell out of the club. So,
packet crisps or packet peanuts or cottage chew. I'll take anything.
Anything like that. Me personally, I'm even willing to just do what's it called? Not a petition. What's this thing called where you ask people to donate money and they just a fund?
Go
fund me. I'll start GoFundMe. And we can all band together and give him the money that he's looking for and just get him out. He's performing, which you guys have alluded to. He's performing very well. And I think it's just the perfect environment for him. And it's perfect for us as well because we don't want him anymore. So everyone wins. He wins, we win, they win.
What are you saying out of 10 then? What are you going for?
In terms of getting him out, I'll give that a 7.
Okay, interesting. If they want to throw in Lautaro Martinez, by all means, I'm happy for that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
I've got a feeling they won't. But anyways, last one, Mike Smalling. My rating for Sanchez, I'm going to say 8. I do think it'll eventually happen. We'll probably end up selling him for about 5 to 10 million, knowing us, because we are But again, like the boys have said in the chat, the boys have said, yeah, I don't care. Just get rid of him. It's too much money. Anyways, let us know what you think regarding the Sanchez. Smalling, Jem, we'll come to you. I personally think it's going to happen. But what do you reckon?
It's happening. It must happen. He must go. We are moving on to a new era now. So we're trying to build something. So he must go. And one thing about United is not really thinking about how much money they get from the sale. It's about the wage structure, the wages. So if they can clear some people off their wages, as Young was taking almost 100 and something, he's gone. Smalling was taking 100 and something off. Sanchez, I think we're paying almost 200 and something now, whilst Inter were paying somewhere around 100 and something. So all the United cares about is clearing the wage bill. That's what they want to clear. So if you give them 5 million, 10 million, they'll take it and just clear you off the bill. So I think Smalling is a 9 over 10. 9
out of 10. Very confident. I completely agree. I think the Smalling one is definitely more likely for me. Whilst Kojo gets his connection, but I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 as well. Maybe not to Roma, but to somebody. I think he will get sold. To be fair, I couldn't care less where it goes to. But I think he's put a fair claim down to all the other teams, saying that look, I'm obviously a quality defender. So I'm going to say 9 out of 10. Kojo, what are you going for? Pardon me.
Yeah, I'll give it a 9 out of 10 as well. I think it's time for him to go. I think he's found a new place to settle in. But I think even if we don't agree something with Roma, I think someone else will take him regardless. So his time at Old Trafford's almost at the end permanently. So I'll give it a 9 as well.
So no testimonial then for you.
Why?
No, for Smalling, is he not to 10 years now? Am I wrong? I feel like he's close to 10 years. It must be close, surely.
It must be. I think it should be 8. No,
he joined us 2011, right?
So, did he? Oh, damn! 1 year short, man.
Yeah, it's 1 year short. Yeah, I'm so upset. Look at me crying. I'm sorry.
Oh God! All right, okay, boys and girls, that has been your update in terms of transfers. Like I said, we're gonna do this once in a while just to see what the situation is. Knowing us, we'll probably be linked with like 10 players tomorrow, completely different ones some of that I've never heard of. So if that is the case, we might do another video. Also, just want to say I won't be making another video until Monday, I believe, which we will be back for the preview for the last game, and then obviously we'll be doing a watch along. Reason I'm not back is because it is, of course, Eid tomorrow. So for all Muslim followers, Eid Mubarak to you guys and your families. Inshallah, it's a good one. But yeah, apart from that, that has been your show. As always, drop a like, show the boys some love. Jem's details will be in the comments, the description once this video is going up. So obviously go check out Jem's Twitter, and like I always mentioned, Kojo's social media is below and his podcast to go and show him some bloody love. Apart from that, drop a like, subscribe. It's been your boy Usmaan. Go on United! Go on! Yes. Obviously back in